Guerra, your 2022 World Drivers Champion. Hello everyone, welcome to the final race of the season, and we are here in Madrid, a brand new circuit on the calendar for round 16 of the Formula 1 World Championship in 2023. We've had an amazing season with 11 different winners and a three-way title decider between Sergio Guerra, Blade Dragon Sonic, and UK Ball, with Sergio and UK Ball both going for a third world title, with Blade Dragon Sonic going for the fourth. He's been waiting for quite a lot of time now. He's been waiting since 2012 to get his fourth championship. He missed out in 2020, so he's been waiting. If he can get this done today, it will be an 11-season gap since the previous championship. And if Sergio or UK Ball win today, they will tie the record for the most championships, and they'll put the name in the history books alongside BDS and Ultra Row. Sergio has the advantage into this race, leading on 165 points, alongside the Blade Dragon Sonic, who has 163. He is 2 behind. It is a very small gap. If either of those drivers win today, they will win the World Drivers Championship. UK Balls is 21 points behind Sergio Guerra, which makes his task a very difficult one to do. He will need to win this race with Sergio Guerra 11th or lower to win this World Championship. It's a very low chance. As well, BDS would have to be 9th or lower. So yeah, it's a very unlikely task, but who knows, anything can happen in the world of Formula 1. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this race, and I hope you all are too, as we are getting ready for the start of a historic title decider. Last time we had a three-way title decider was back in 2011, with BDS fighting for a second, Pablo Sierra also fighting for a second, and Ferrari fighting for his first. It was an incredible title decider over Brazil, but now we've got this brand new Madrid track, and we're testing it out as a season finale race. Can't wait to bring you on board for all the thrills and spills of the 2023 Madrid Grand Prix. And with that, let's head down to the track, where preparations for the race will get underway.
Well, can I just first say, it's great to finally check out Madrid for the first time in this APX World Series. You know, hearing that we were going to have a brand new track here in Spain, we're going to have some fun in the sun. Knowing that I could finally get that fourth today, it would be the absolute cherry on top. It's going to take a lot of work, but I think we can get it.
Okay guys, that's the last race. Let's do our best. Let's win the title. Let's take this one too.
All the chances are against us. I'll try my best. Let's push for number 3. Red Bull on the cut. Oh my god! What an amazing race this is! Sergio Guerra, your 2022 World Drivers Champion! Welcome to the Grand Prix in Madrid. Final season Blade Dragon Sonic publishing for Versio alongside we got down one star in P3 from UK Ball in P4. Then Environment on 5th from Sergio Guerra in 6th, our title championship leader. There's Chaos and Lane Nicholas Palomino and Benedetto from Livery in 10th of Matthew Hart and Carl Sabato rounds for top half the grid. After that we have Ocampo followed by Adelaide and Lamb Farm from Hooks Finucci and Spiker CB. Then it's Rack Crumpley, Chris Cornwell, Ultra Bro, Taco Van Horn, Theory Headley, Iago, and Revo who likes a blast. Here we are, the final race of the season. But just needs to score Syracuse by 2 points to win the title. UK Ball, it needs to do a lot more than that. That's a nice go out. We go underway for the Grand Prix here in Madrid. And it is a good start for BDS as expected. Versio already going to attack, making a little bit of contact with BDS through turn 2. And heading towards turn 3, he's going to have to look at the inside line. He can't go for that though. BDS has secured first place despite being on the worst ultra soft tyre, as Ahmed Seller continuing to try and push forward as he aims to take P4 off of UK Ball. Obviously he's trying to hold from Serkiera at the same time, and for Silla he's going to send it once more towards the inside line at the massive right banked hander, and it's almost 3 wide there through that corner. Ahmed Seller UK Ball still fighting it out here on lap 1 of this race, as Serkiera momentarily was alongside the British driver who tries to move back up into 4th. This is very compromising for his championship, as P1, P2, out the race there goes Revo and Ultra involved in that as well. Ferrari must have collided. Oh, sorry, that's Van Horn out, not Revo. Apologies on that. My voice has been cracking a lot in this recording. I'm sorry about this one. But yeah, Ahmed Silla, P5, Cable P4, he keeps his position. And under virtual safety car, let's just see what goes on as it's ending now. The drivers are going to head just on to start their second lap of the race, and we are green in this Madrid Grand Prix. Iago now on the inside line to get Ultra Pro. The Ferrari's now down in the last position, P22 and P23. And now David Serkiera, he gets overtaken there by Chaos Andale in the Audi. He's now up into 6th position. David Serkiera just goes from bad to worse, as he is down another place. But through chicane, Andale lacking a little bit of pace, and that's allowing Serkiera to want to go for a move. He had the opportunity, but he backed out of that in the end. And poor David Serkiera, he's just sitting behind Andale. So have to see what goes on now as this race develops. But just like now for 1.5 second lead, he's having a great race right now and is currently on track to win this World Championship. As a very aggressive move from Hux Finucci in the other Ford car as he goes straight into the side of Cornwell. Very interesting as livery alongside Palomino moving up there into 9th position. Good place, a good overtake for livery as the team and Opel aim to keep P2, possibly take P1 in the standings. And yeah, that was a very aggressive comeback from Palomino. As we're heading down the main straight with Lamfong, Palomino picking up the 5-second penalty, and the two Williams now alongside each other. Spiker on the inside of turn 2, but Lamfong around the outside takes that position, and that is him up into 14th place as Adelaide moves up into 16th ahead of Rack and Crumpley, now behind the two Williams guys, but he drops back as Crumpley re-overtakes him on the straight back up into 16th position. So I think looking pretty good for some of the teams up the front. Now box off and Mercedes in P3. Could he possibly keep the momentum for a win? We'll have to find out, as now Spiker goes back for a move on Lamfong. You've got to love that right hand corner. It is incredible. Eduardo now for 5-second penalty for causing a collision. That's him in the Merc down P12. He's going to be looking to lose even more places. Of course, teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, Audi, they're in a fight for some of the mid positions on this grid. So every single place is important to these teams. Mercedes, they've just lost out on possible points with Eduardo's penalty right there. Fong and Spiker though continuing to fight side by side and literally wheel to wheel, because yeah, they're quite literally touching each other. And that is Spiker with a penalty, unsurprisingly, whilst they're being really aggressive, and obviously, yeah, they've been punished. Ultra now into the pit lane for the Ferrari team. as he's heading on to a fresh set of tyres. That is the super softs waiting for him. Probably heading down the straight. Opportunity to get up at the point fitting positions. He just needs to secure this place on Fong. And he's going to go on that inside line. Headley has a penalty and probably still just trying to move up into 15th. And looks like he has finally got that move. So Apex getting some more valuable points. Every point is going to matter to that Apex team. So yeah, they've got a lot of work to do. Iago now dropping some places as Fanucci moves up into 19th. As he's now going to go for the move on Cornwall. And oh, Iago switching back. But not enough room. Iago fails to overtake Fanucci. And for Fanucci, he holds P19. He's not really been doing that well ever since that Malaysia win. He's just came nowhere near any more victories. It's sad because he is a genuinely quick driver, but the other teams have just upgraded more than he will upgrade himself. Now Duetto into the pits for the first time, as well as livery. Duetto onto some super soft tyres. Livery will be moving on to I can't tell. Haven't changed yet. He's also on the super softs. Now Fanucci right behind Davy Sekiera in the Mercedes. Sorry, that's Cornwall. And also got the wrong team as well, no matter which driver it was. But he was trying to get ahead of Cornwall and the Jaguar. But sending it into that corner, too risky, he's out to back out, and he's lost well over a second by backing out right there. And we go on board with Revo in the Ferrari, as he is just getting towards that corner. Not really much to talk about at the moment. Well, let's just see how Benedetto does on his outlaps. Like, for Dominic Benedetto, he's got to push. Otherwise, he won't be getting that win today. As now we look to Blader Dragon Sonic as he leads still onto the 6th lap of this race. Lap 6 out of 18 we're now on. He's still running strong on the Ultrasoft tyres. We're on the halo cam of Crumpley in that Apex GP car. And now he's going to have to go back down to the inside of Lam Fong, who won't yield. He's going to rightfully hold his position. And also Kira into the pit lane. As fast as we there to goes to Dominic De Benedetto in the McLaren. So he is very clearly good on pace. Now if we keep this pace up, he could see himself in a race leading position. He's currently 21 seconds off of BDS out in front. UK1 P3 is around 6.5 seconds away from his teammate. His title hopes have very much drifted away in this race, as he is just struggling to get close to BDS. He's just lost time every lap. As De Benedetto with a risky move on the outside to overtake Hooks Fanucci in the Ford. That's one car cleared after the car very much did need to clear. Fanucci a lot slower on one super soft tyres. So yeah, he'll be happy to have got that place. As now Ravo and Spiker alongside. Oh, we're crashing into the wall. Goes Ravo after hitting Spiker right there. They came together at that corner. They both went straight off. And that's a very aggressive defense from Chris Cornwell. As Duetto just trying to get ahead. He finally has got ahead. Cable staying out longer than his teammate, which is a very interesting strategy call down there. The hyperdrive. They've kept the Britain out. His tyres are struggling. They may not even make it to the end of the lap. So they've really screwed up on the strategy here. As virtual safety car out of the race goes Ocampo in the Red Bull. That must be a turn 2. Yes, it is. You can see his car into the wall. His tyres were worn. He pushed and just ended up going into the wall as a result. Nothing could be done. His tyres weren't even that worn, to be honest, actually. Only 2 laps old. But yeah, nonetheless, he did go straight into the wall. Virtual safety car coming to an end. And, of course, UK World Leader, he would have rather had that virtual safety car towards the end of the lap instead of right there at the start of the lap. But anything to slow your rivals down, I guess. And now currently is still in 15th. He's held position and out of the race once more. That is Chris Cornwell in the Jaguar. He is now out of this race. Don't know where he's retired, but he is out. And for him, that's a disappointing end to a season which he himself has also called disappointing. So yeah, that's unfortunate for him. As Virtual Safeguard ends once more, UK Ball getting it around the middle of the lap this time. Still not the end of the lap, which is what he would have wanted. But now UK Ball dropping a second place, Boxarov into first. And that is Boxarov leading still. UK Ball has come in the pits. He's a whole pit stop behind BDS now at this point. As BDS questionably backing out there in turn 1. Not risking too much on Bogdasarov. As UK Ball into the pit lane, and he is on a fresh set of the ultra soft tyres. And now David Cerqueira alongside Dominic Benedetto, the two bumping wheels there as they are fighting for position. David Cerqueira though has got a very big right to be up in as many places as he can. He's got to try and defend this title. He wants to try and get that third title. BDS wants to get that fourth. UK Ball also wants to get the third. All three of the title contenders have something big to fight for. As now, we're on lap 8 out of 18, but almost halfway through this race. Not quite there yet. UK Ball has left pits, he's in P14, he's now in 13th. As he moves ahead of Iago, who's got a 5-second penalty. Must have been for colliding with UK Ball. Ultra alongside the British driver who tries to get through. No, actually, I'm not getting forward. Hard to solve the cut skims these cars. Now UK Ball trying to fight his way in that gap. He's struggling. He's having a tap Ultra Bro. Nothing like that worked. I don't think it ever will work. As BDS finally catching back up to Daniel Bogdasarov in a Mercedes car. I think Bogdasarov is in a legitimate racing position as well, so that's going to be a good breath of fresh air for David Cerqueira. However, he knows he's not got much time to catch up to BDS, or else it will be too late. Bogdasarov now has a 1-second lead, but we know that's not going to last long. Theo could possibly challenge BDS. As now Palomino alongside David Headley down the straight. Can he get the overtake done? He's cleared Headley. And out of the bridge, it is Palomino ahead of David Headley, who drops back now into a peak position. BDS just look at the concentration on him as he tries to catch Bogdasarov, but it's a struggle for him. Bogdasarov is actively pushing his car to the limits. Impressive how he's managed to keep this P1. And he's pretty much invited Theo into the fight here for the win. He's slowing BDS down, and Bogdasarov's time may be up in this race as he'll be approaching his pit window pretty much this lap, possibly. Amatilla in for a second stop already as he'll be looking to get the undercut on his rivals. But now, the better run than ever. BDS can try and move up into the lead of this race. We're on lap 10 now, halfway through this race. And here we go, in towards the bridge section. And it's BDS alongside Bogdasarov, who still does not want to give this place up. The two still wheel bumping through this section in sector 2. It's got to be an inside defense for Bogdasarov if it doesn't work out. And into the right-hander, it is Blazer Drowsonic who's now leading this race. Bogdasarov gets closer and closer, but he can't go for the move. There's just not enough room to do it. It was a good defense and a good attempt to try and take place back, but in the end, Daniel Bogdasarov will have to settle for second. It is part of the Grand Prix as he approaches his next pit stop in the race. Now Matthew Hart in 7th position. He moves ahead of livery as Opel lose more very much needed points. I'm going to sell there in 12th. It's points for Opel, but it's very mid, to be honest. Those aren't the sort of points you want to get. You want to be toward the front of the field, and Theo being held up there by BDS, who drops himself down the pits. So Bogdasarov, that's who got held up by. BDS is the one who stayed out. So Cerqueira coming in. So now on to lap 11 Boxarov moves on to a set of ultra soft tyres for a nice clean stop. Davey Cerqueira in for hyper soft tyres. And so now BDS just left to run a few glory laps until he comes into the pit lane once more. But will Cerqueira come out because he needs to avoid traffic at all costs, and ahead there goes Carlos Eduardo in the Mercedes. He's not going to be much fight though. Cerqueira, who's had a way better exit to turn 2 than Eduardo, and he is straight up into 15th place, no 14th place, with no challenge at all from the Merc driver. Ultra in 13th. Will he be looking to defend from Cerqueira, ruin his chances of getting another title? Could he put on a little bit of revenge for 2022? We'll have to look at the two rivals side by side. Ultra trying to force Cerqueira as wide as possible, making it a challenge, and Cerqueira does get through anyways. That was expected. His tyres are way more grippier than the Ferraris. Let's head on to the other bridge. That is livery getting very close. Bognasarov, our livery coming together. Somehow both the drivers kept it on track. I don't know how they've done that. As now Finucci put right into the middle of a fight between Eduardo himself and Palomino. Like they're literally hitting each other and stuff. Like, this is mental. As Finucci tries to move up into 15th, but he can't do that. Eduardo holds his position as Eduardo and Palomino both come in. Finucci staying out there. And now it's UK ball in P5. As he sees Ahmed Stella and Pierce Anderley right in front. He's alongside Anderley as he tries to move up into 4th position. And he does do that. He gets his original place back in this race. And now his next goal will be to try and catch Ahmed Stella. Matthew Hart in 6th position. He's running a solid race for Apex at the moment. Bogdasarov on the outside line. Hart has every right to close the door, and he has just done that. But Bogdasarov, with more traction on the exit, will have another opportunity to try and move up into 6th, and he does so. He is now there into that position, and Matthew Hart in 7th place. So yeah, he's now dropped that extra position. Chaos Anderley in 5th as Bogdasarov wants to try and get ahead. He's on his better tyres. He's got more grip. He can make use of them tyres. Anderley defending aggressively, smashing into the side of the French driver. And yes, now it's still once again a 1.3 second lead, 1.9 second lead over the Giant Sonic over Versio, who is really struggling to extract a performance out of his tyres. As we're now on board with UK Roll as he tries to move ahead of Bogdasarov, but Bogdasarov, better tyres, better compound, well, not really better, but the same compound. He moves through, and he's into 4th. And yeah, UK Roll may as well just retire from the race at this point. He's not even going to win that championship at this rate. See, we had at least the fastest lap of this race. Very interesting one right there, as that's him there in 17th position. Must have had slipstream that whole lap, considering he's in one of the worst powered cars on the grid. So yeah, very lucky to have got that fast lap there, if I do say so myself. Now VDS leading by 2 seconds. He's been untouched this race. Untouchable, shall I say. No challenge from anyone because no one's been able to challenge him. He's just led from start to finish with the exception of pit stops. Speaking of pit stops, he's coming in for another one. And Versio is as well. He's going to get rid of those super soft tyres, and he's going to be moving onto some ultra soft tyres, as that was his second stop, same there for Versio. Those two have been very good out in front today with the 1-2. As now Davey Cerqueira trying to hold position from Blade Sonic. He is ahead of him, which is very important here. However, he has a lot more traction and he should be ahead by the time we reach the bridge section. He's pushing his car, and they're still side by side. Cerqueira going into the side of BDS. But despite that, BDS is now back up into 3rd position. Davey Cerqueira now down in a 4th. And that's going to be a major disappointment for Cerqueira, as he couldn't even hold his position. And he is still yet to make another pit stop, because yet certain Cerqueira is going to be coming in once more in this race. Ahmed Silla in the Opal leading the way. He would love a virtual safeguard at the end lap. I can see that for sure. Fast sector 1 there for Ultra as sending it livery into his side pod. Unsurprisingly, a 5-second penalty straight on livery for that. He just didn't even bother trying to make the corner properly. He just went straight into the side of Ultra and yeah, now BDS aims to catch Silla. Silla probably would be coming in the pit, so this should for Silla be an easy one to clear. Of BDS, easy one to clear. That's Ahmed Silla. He moves up into second position. Bogdasarov is literally alongside him. I don't know why we're still on board with Ahmed Silla, but there is Versio versus Serkiera. And for Versio, he's up in the third ahead of David Serkiera. As BDS now leading from down Bogdasarov. And to go on board with the Frenchman. As he looks to try and chase down the Nigerian driver ahead. His tyres are older and that's going to go to his disadvantage. And we're in the final 4 laps of this race now. Lap 15 out of 18. Now let's just see what these final laps bring for us. Will we get a big twist? A big crash? Or just anything remotely entertaining? Well, just stay tuned in and you'll find out. As now, Silla, he left the pits, he's in 8th position, he's got more places to make up, he probably wants to try and get himself up in the top 5, which is doable, as he's already up into 7th. A top 5 should be easy for him, it should be light work. Bogdasarov in 2nd place, he could keep that, but he'll have to try to stay out to the end, which is a difficult task. Considering the length UK ball made his tyres go, Bogdasarov could do that, but Merck clearly don't think so. As he's into the pit lane for what should be his final stop in today's race. That is his 3rd pit stop. David Serkiera in for his 3rd as well. Serkiera in for Ultrasofts. Bogdasarov in for Hypersofts. And now in towards turn 1, Silla and Fong alongside each other. Silla pushing his way up into 4th position. He's already broken in that top 5 in sector 1 yellow flags. And I don't see what's happened at all. It's at turn 2. It is at turn 2. It looks like the Mercs may have been involved right there in some way. Looked like they were stationary at that corner, in fact. Which is pretty dangerous. And speaking of dangerous, that's Serkiera and Andalay fighting. Serkiera up into 8th position right now. As now, there's just a big mid-fight happening there. Matthew Hart picking up a penalty. You can see he clearly hit Ultra. The way Ultra quickly snapped his wheel to the left. He just saved himself right there. And now Stephen Hadley, he's just running in 19th place. He starts that fast lap, which is very surprising. I'm very clearly surprised no one has broke the fast lap yet. Oh well. Lap 17 begins. 2 laps to go. And race leader Blade Sites, he just dominated. Pure domination. It's boring, but it also does show just how skilled a driver could be if they just leave from start to finish easily. And now Silla in 3rd position with a risky move in turn 1 and 2. He moves ahead of Dominic Vendetto, and that is just simply lovely for him. And I'm sure, as it stands, he would take P3 in the championship, which would make it by far his best season ever in the sport. As further back, it is Ultra Max Adelaide fighting for 16th place. Adelaide up into 16th, now taking 15th with a mega launch out of turn 2. He is shot up 2 places on the straight, and Ultra is at risk of losing another place. He could lose that place with Eduardo. Looks like he has defended it though. And now Rack and Crumbly facing the pressure from David Serkiera. He is now dropped to 8th. Serkiera in 7th. He's just hoping for anything to happen to Blazer Sonic. But as we head on to the final lap of the race, his tyres have only just started to get that visual wear. And BDS is currently looking at a 4th World Championship, a record amount we've never seen before. It would be 5 if you include the 2021 WEC title as well, to make things all the more better. And we're just looking now for this final lap the final lap of the season. It's been a great season though. 11 different winners. Like, you can't make this stuff up. 11 different winners. 15 races. It's good at the moment. It looks like it's going to turn into 11 different winners in 16 races. But anything can happen. And out of the race there goes Matthew Hart, and well needed points for Apex slip away. They should be fine for P3 in the standings, I think, but that's going to be a disappointment for him. I mean, yes, though, he can just drive this last lap slowly. He doesn't need to rush or anything, because he knows as long as he's just careful and get to the end of this lap, he will be the 2023 World Drivers' Champion. And the virtual safety car comes to an end. Only a couple more corners to go. And round the final 2 corners, it is going to be the 4th World Championship. BDS has waited for so long. His time came and he's used it wisely. He wins the Madrid Grand Prix and is also champion of the world in 2023. He's waited 11 seasons and he's finally got that World Championship. Hit that 4th one under his belt. Ahmed Salah's going to come home for 3rd position to bring Opel the podium in the last race. And out of the race, 3 cars out. And then at that wall there is Palomino, Ultra and Iago. And it is a massive wreck just before the bridge. And Wano has been caught up in that. He should survive it. He does survive it. But massive crash at the very end. David Sergio will miss out on this World Championship. He'll be devastated with that one. As well will be Cable down there in 11th position. He is going to be losing even more places as well, as he also loses out on the World Championship. But it's been an incredible season from them 3. They've all performed really well, and I'm so glad that I've been able to bring you along this incredible season from start to finish. Thank you all so much for tuning in, as we now head on to the final project celebrations of the season. And with that, the season is over. Later down the line, will get his first championship in 11 seasons. We got some team radio. Let's listen to it.
Yes! Oh, thank God! Let's go! Oh, thank you so much, man. That's what I'm talking about!
And oh my god, you could just see how happy he is. He finally extended the record, no longer tied on championship for any driver. It is solely him at the top of the record books, and if this is his last race, it's most certainly a one that he'll be happy to call his last. It's been an incredible season, and I'm sure Hype Drive will also be happy, as they also have got the Constructors' Championships. As well, we got some more team radio from the 2 losers of the championship, UK Ball and David Sergio.
Oof. Well, we lost. But don't be sad, guys. We did a great season. We did our best. We did some mistakes. We did some bad races, but never mind, guys. Don't be sad. Next season will be ours. Always have a next season, guys.
What happened? What the f did you guys do to my strategy? You threw my race. Any chance of title's gone there. Aside from the negatives of this race, it was a great season. We had the most wins. We were set for the title, but unfortunately inconsistencies crept in. Just like Ultra Pro last season. I guess I'm the Ultra Pro of this season. It's also a shame that we missed out on P3 in standings. But well done to Ahmed. He really deserves the P3. Can't believe this. And with that, the season is over. All 24 drivers have fought so hard, played out like winning the final race and then also the World Championship along with it. He's had to wait 11 seasons, and that 11-season streak is finally gone. So with that, let's listen to the Nigerian national anthem. Now the national anthem's over and done with. Let's move on to the podium celebrations. And now we move on to the Bristol player, like bringing it home for another win this season, as he finishes in first position from Theo and Silla rounding off the podium. And after that, Don Vidal gets a solid fourth position for McLaren, 10 off the scene as well. Daniel Boxar in fifth. After that, Duso Kera, who missed out on the title, finishes in sixth from Lamfong in P7, with Rocket Crumbly in the Apex GP finishing in P8. Then we have Chaos Andley finishing P9 for Audi from Hux Finucci, who rounded off the top 10, and then after that it was Stevie Headley finishing in P11, with Livery finishing P12, quite a distance off of his teammate in the end of it. Marcus Adelaide finishes at 13th from UK Ball in 14th, who in fact finishes down P4 in the standings, Ahmed Silla taking 3rd in the championship. Carlos Avado finishes in 15th, from Spiker CB at 16th. And lastly, we have Nicholas Palomino, Ultrabro, Ayago, Matthew Hart, Chris Cornwell, Revo, Ocampo, and Van Horn, who all retired from the race. And here in the World Championship, it is over. Players like wins from Davis Akira, Armacella finishing in P3 for his personal best. After that, it was UK Ball who dropped down to 4th after the result of the final race. Then it was Livery and Chaos Andale, who had an incredible rookie season finishing in P6. After that, it was Matthew Hart and Hux Vucci. Then it was De Benedetto versus Theo Daniel Bogtsarov. Ultrabro, who gets one of his worst seasons by far at the moment. Then it was Sebastiano Campo, Rocket Crumply, Nias Crumply, Revo, Carlos Eduardo, Taco Van Horn, Max Adelaide, Lam Fong, Chris Cornwell, Iago, Rafael Ferrari, who was sacked mid-season. Then it was Thierry Headley, Spike CP, Ezra Donington, and Nicholas Palomino. And that is it. Your driver standings are done. And in the constructors, you can see Hype Drive mastering the new regulations with an incredible P1, opening their second season, finishing P2 from Apex GP in third in their first season. Apex definitely have a good future ahead of them if they can continue this pace heading into the following season. Ford are a bit of a disappointing one considering they were second last season. This season they're in fourth. Red Bull finishing in fifth position from McLaren, who just managed to beat out Mercedes and Ferrari for sixth position. Mercedes finishing seventh, and of course the Ferrari team sixth in the final race. They come out of that in eighth. This has been a disappointing year for them. Audi as well, P9, not the best results, considering they did win 2 races in the season. Similar thing for Jaguar, as they also won a race, despite finishing down 10th position in the constructors. Williams just beat out Toro Rosso at the end of it, as they went from 96 points up to 105. This last race really has been a lifesaver for them. They are not the worst team in points. That goes to Toro Rosso, who finished on last place on 103 points. This team has been very competitive, and the stats show every team broke the 100-point barrier. Can't wait to see more of this, hopefully, next season. And finally, the one that's a bit of a minor championship is the World Manufacturers Championship. Mercedes win that. Of course, we've only had 2 of these in Formula 1. The first one, 2017, and of course this one here in 2023. Mercedes have won both of them. They've won 608 points this season from Cosworth with 547 points. Now followed Northern Motion with 393, and then Red Bull 301, and Ferrari for 161. And for me, that is it. The season is over. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time in 2024 when the Apex F1 series returns for the brand new season.